Boobies.
Ah! If you're watching this video, you probably already know what Palworld is. To put it plain and simple, I will be doing a complex analysis of what made this game so popular. This video was not about opinions, only facts. While this may look complex at first, all it represents is how the player interacts with the game. In this case, Z is representative of the number of pals that each player has. Most games have some sort of element that will determine how far a player is in a game. For example, stars in Super Mario 64. In this case, pals determine how engaged the player is within the game, as they catch them and progress, using them for various tasks. Both S's represent the stretches of time that this progress is achieved. Palworld is not a fast game, which decreases the initial Z number. However, the real value we are looking at here is E. E determines how much time is spent on the game for progress. Generally, slower games score higher on this metric, which gives a boost towards the theoretical amount of engagements and lifts the game up for a higher spot of players. While this metric may seem favored towards slower games, Formula 2 will clear up how this is balanced by Palworld. The second formula in this analysis is Dr. Thomas's differential equation of popularity. Now there are hundreds of videos on YouTube that cover this formula. I'm not gonna bother explaining it all in this video. The basic idea can be applied to all forms of subjects, and in this case, we're applying it to Steam's top games. Recently, Palworld has risen to the top of the chart. The metric of peak concurrent players will be represented by A. The most important values here are U and G, which each respectively represent positive and negative reviews. A side note is that M represents the character length of each review. Generally, when reviewing games, there will be lengthy, long discussions and a few short ones. Now, if you plug in the smaller review aspects, like reactions, you can solve the equation and find out an estimated value of peak concurrent players. Palworld excels in this area, with an estimated peak of 5 million players. At the moment, this is how it's looking. But due to this theory being proven by many other games, it could end up being the #1 game of all time. In this equation, K represents numbers 1 to 100, with most games, K equals 42. In Palworld, as it is far as can be, Palworld breaks this metric with an outrageous score of 100. X represents the number of YouTube videos tagged with Palworld, Y represents Twitch streams under the category, and Z represents the number of independent reviews. This combines for a total score of each game. This score almost never varies. However, as most concurrent games equals the same number with popularity, Palworld has completely broken this metric, scoring in the highest in recorded history. In conclusion, there is concrete proof and mathematical evidence that Palworld is the greatest game of all time. and is on the track to break every gaming record. So Jakeys, make sure to play this game and invest in the developer Pocket Pair. Just kidding, don't listen to me, listen to the facts. Signing off, Geki. See you next time, Jacob Nation.